Alright, here's a video I've been wanting to do for a while. It's the one-handed shuffle, and it's a complete show-off move. There's really no point to it other than it makes you look very skilled. And, well, if you can do it, then you really are very skilled, because it's not easy. But I'll try to break it down the best I can. So here we go. You start off with a deck and, your standard grip, and you take it to your elevated grip, almost as if you're about to do a Charlier cut. Now from here, you're going to take your first finger and you bring it to the right side of the pack, and you're going to pull down on the bottom half. Okay. You pull down and then you kind of fold your first, that first joint of your first finger in there. And now what you're going to do is you're going to extend ring finger and middle finger. And that's going to cause this top packet to slide. Okay, so you also want to angle the pack down at an angle. So it's not like this, it's like this. So when you extend these fingers, that pack is going to slide. It's going to be sliding on the nail of your first finger. And this is tricky, this is one of the hard parts of the move. You want to do it in a way so that that packet stays square as it slides. Okay, so it's going to slide, 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 slide. You're going to keep going until the left edge of that top packet clears the first finger. And then from there you want to align these two packets so that they're right next to each other. And that's just a knacky thing. That's something that you're going to have to practice over and over again. But basically the two packets now, the one on the left, the one on the right, they're both hitting pretty much the first knuckle on my first finger. Okay. And at this point, I did it kind of slowly, so it's sloppy. It's kind of tough to do slowly. But eventually, these packets need to be somewhat square against each other. So if I do that at full speed, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. Okay, so at this point, they're not perfectly square against each other, but then when I push them against each other, so basically I'm swiveling the packet inwards with my thumb, and I'm pushing to the left now with these two fingers, the packets become kind of square. And if I continue to squeeze, using my fingers here and my thumb here, that creates tension and pressure, between the cards. And then if you apply it in the right way, the cards are going to weave. Whoa, bad example. Let's try that again. It's a lot like a Pharaoh shuffle. I mean, it basically is a Pharaoh shuffle with one hand. But, the cards aren't shuffled perfectly, of course. So you go like this, square them up, and then you apply pressure and watch the weave. Right there. And it's okay if it's kind of sloppy like that. As you get better and better, the weave will be more complete and more cards will actually get shuffled. But if you're just starting out, just try to get some kind of weave, even if it's a bad one. Okay, so I apply pressure. There's my weave. Alright, that's the hardest part of this. You just need to practice with different pressure points there to get a clean weave right there. At this point, you just need to finish off the shuffle, and there's a few ways to do this. What I normally do is I fold my first finger in, and then I squeeze even more with my fingers over here and my thumb over here. And it's a one-handed waterfall, essentially. Not a waterfall, a bridge, or a cascade, whatever they call it. Okay, so you squeeze like that. Then at this point, you can remove your first finger, and then slowly release tension that causes the cards to bridge. It's hard to do slowly, of course. So that's one way. That's probably the most common way that I personally do it. It looks like that at full speed. Another alternative is you can do a waterfall, and this actually looks really cool when done with this style of shuffle because, alright, let me demonstrate that for you. If you do a waterfall, basically what you would do is you go from this grip and you let the cards fall flat on your hand, and then you kind of hold the cards in the wedge of your thumb right there. And at this point, if you just drop the cards, I'm kind of restricted by the viewfinder of the camera here, but if you drop the cards in waterfall style, you get like a two-stream waterfall. I'll try to demonstrate. You can kind of see that. Right? I mean, if you had more space, you could do it from a a higher distance, and that would look pretty cool. But that's the basics of the one-handed shuffle. Okay, so it's sliding it in a clean way, aligning the two packets together, and then applying the right pressure, just squeezing there, and you kind of want to squeeze up like that. Continue to squeeze, and then the cards will weave. It's just like a Pharaoh Shuffle. If you haven't watched the Pharaoh Shuffle video yet, I'll link to it, and it's the same concept of applying pressure in a way so that the cards start to interlace one another. Okay, so that's the one-handed shuffle. I hope you like that, and I'll see you next time.